also, big TV news this week, the Top Chef Season 5 finale.
Yes,
so
we gotta win now.
Came down to Carla, Stefan, and Hosea.
I felt really bad for Carla the entire time.
Carla was so my favorite, and I loved her, and I felt her momentum was going great, and I just knew she was going to win. I was like, she's going to be the underdog, she's going to come in and win, she's going to kick Stefan in the ass.
And she listened to Casey, and she probably shouldn't have.
She really shouldn't have. Well, the way they had it was their sous chefs for the finale were previous finalists who should have won, but messed up and didn't. Which I don't know if I'm going to listen to the person who messed up in the finale and didn't win.
Yeah.
But she took a few too many suggestions from Casey. She had some mishaps in the kitchen, and it took her out of the running. And
everyone
Stefan,
knew going in that she, towards the end, that she wasn't going to win.
Even she knew. And so it came down to Stefan and Hosea. And I had said to you the day before, but I thought it was between Stefan and Carla, and I didn't think Hosea had a chance.
Neither did I.
And I thought Stefan was going to win as much as we all hate him. But
he fell into the Top Chef trap of doing a dessert.
Right.
Which everyone knows you should not do as a dessert.
They said do your best 3-course meal.
And you don't have to do a dessert.
Don't necessarily have to do dessert. Now, Carla, of course, wants to do dessert because she's great at desserts.
Yeah.
And Hosea knows he can't really cook desserts, and he thinks, I'm not going to cook a dessert. Stefan thinks that's a bad choice, and he's going to cook a dessert. He cooked like a chocolate mousse and a banana lollipop. And it was really not that fantastic.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Padma called it pedestrian, straight out of 1982, which it was. Hosea cooked venison, which I guess, and it came out spectacular. The judges all loved it. And that, I think, is what won him the title. So Hosea came out of nowhere to win Top Chef.
Yeah, and I was kind of happy because Stefan's kind of a jerk.
He's
he
really
is. Kind of a douche. And it was funny that he was working with Marcel, of all people.
Right, because they put them together.
I think the problem with Top Chef, and I think maybe Stefan should have won, because what they do on Top Chef is they don't care what you've done the 13 episodes before.
Yeah.
It's just what is happening on that episode.
Right.
Because Stefan is, dominated the entire time.
He's won a lot of the quick fires and the eliminations.
Yeah, he's dominated the entire time, and then he loses just because of one thing.
Right.
Which I think they should probably think of everything that's happened. And that probably, that on the other side of the coin, that happened last year with Lisa, how she was, not the worst, but she was consistently bad.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't bad the entire time. They kept her, coming the entire time.
I think that Hosea is going to go down as the Taylor Hicks of Top Chef.
Yeah, we never hear from them again.
Yeah.
Well, not that we hear about any of them anyway.
But a lot of them go on. They open their own restaurants. They publish cookbooks. They appear on other TV shows. Whatever they do, I think he'll be the ones. I can't say I'm expecting a whole lot out of him.
No.
So.
Stephanie did not watch Lost this week, so I will blog about Lost.
You can talk about it if you want, but
No,
the way you feel about Heroes, that's how I'm feeling about Lost right now.
That's fine. So we'll blog. I'll blog about that.
Let's get into some news.
Some big news. Big giant
actual earth-shattering news.
Oh, jeez. You want to just leave? I'll leave right now. I don't care.
Why don't you go ahead and get into your news?
Okay. So it was reported that Samuel Jackson has signed a 9-picture deal with Marvel to play Nick Fury in 9 films. If you count them, there's not 9 films on the horizon for Marvel. We got, Iron Man 2, Captain America, The Avengers, Thor. That's 4.
Plus, if they do a Nick Fury, maybe they'll do a separate Nick Fury film. So even if you think that's 5.
Yeah, so we're thinking Avengers 2, maybe another Hulk, maybe a Thor Part 2.
I think they're including sequels in that because now the thing is when you sign up for these comic book movies, generally you sign up for 3 at a time.
Yeah.
So I think they're including sequels in there.
And the thing you have to think about is Samuel Jackson is 60 years old.
But he's Samuel L. Jackson.
He's gonna be Nick Fury in a walker of 9 films. You gotta think they're not do one every year.
But he's Samuel L. Jackson.
He's gonna be
he 80. He can get away with it.
He's gonna be 80 years old playing Nick Fury, in Iron Man Part 3.
I'm sure they have options to recast. Maybe they'll bring in Nick Fury's son and he'll play the old version, or there'll be some time travel involved or something.
Still got Hasselhoff that can play him.
Oh, stop right there. The other big comic book movie news is the Green Lantern movie.
Has a release date.
Yeah, I know. And so last time we announced that Martin Campbell is going to be directing.
In talks. He's still sort of...
So we're hopeful about that. And the movie has a release date, which is 2010.
It's December 17th, 2010.
Which is right in the middle of Oscar season, so they're clearly expecting a lot from the Green Lantern. But if The Dark Knight can't get an Oscar nomination, I can't see they're expecting.
I can see if they do it right. I can guarantee you right now that Green Lantern will get a nomination for visual effects.
Well,
just the way it's set up. So
check out our blog, or my blog at least, about who I think should be cast as the Green Lantern.
Good choices. I agree with most of them.
I consulted Tim on the choices.
She didn't take my Regina King suggestion, but I don't know why.
I think Regina King's great, and she could play like the Green Lantern's sidekick or love interest or something along those lines. But
I'm racist.
Yeah, that's me.
How dare you?
So I guess that just leaves us with the Stump the Host.
Oh, no. I did read Internet Movie Database this morning, so I hope you didn't get your question from there.
It's not. No,
okay.
I did, but it's not that one.
Okay.
So, we've been talking a lot about ER this past week.
Oh, no. You stole my question. I already have my question for next week for you.
Oh, really?
It's an ER question.
You don't know which one I'm going to ask you, though. So my question is, out of all of the numerous celebrity guest stars that they've had on the show, is this the same question you had?
Go ahead and ask
I had a backup question, though. So
go ask this one and ask the other one.
Okay. Out of all the numerous celebrity guest stars they had on the show, who are the only two to have ever
Ray Liotta and Sally Field.
Okay, my backup question is, what other major American city was ER originally supposed to be set in? Oh, I got one. Okay.
Boston?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Yes! I am the master of...
I think this just proves that we've been spending too much time together.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That we had the same question.
I have had this question written down for like 5 days. And I searched it. Because the other day we were talking about ER. I'm like, ooh, that gave me an idea for a question. So,
well, I guess you're going to do some research for next week.
Yeah. So next week, we got a lot of stuff to talk about next week. And we might have some special extra video to put in because Stephanie will be going somewhere this weekend.
Oh, of course. Yes, we're going to be on the red carpet of the celebrity roast of Larry the Cable Guy.
Very interesting.
So we might meet some interesting characters on the red carpet.
So check out our blog, inskateblog.blogspot.com. Every single day still, kind of. So check that out. Check out the site. And we will see you next week.